Alright guys, so it's going to be a cleaning video. What I have here is a Rainbow whole system cleaner, or whole house cleaner, whatever you want to call it. Really nice system. You can see right there it is certified for the asthma and allergy friendly, meaning it also has a HEPA filter for the exhaust. The dirt and everything is captured inside the tub. It's filled with just plain household water. It captures everything that goes into it. I'll show you what it looks like after I cleaned out the computer too. The computer we're cleaning is going to be this one, HP, or not HP, a Micron Client Pro Pentium 3 system. This one has been neglected very badly. So as you can see, I got quite a little buildup of dust in there. The worst one is right there on the fan. So I'm gonna get this all set up. And first of all, that is what comes with the Rainbow. It has no static. It's been treated, so it does not give any static electricity out. It can't damage anything. Let's get started. Now this thing does get a little loud whenever I start cleaning it up, but I can change the audio volume on this quite a bit, so I'll make sure and do that before you guys start hearing everything on it. Okay, now I'm going to have to disassemble a little bit of it to get a little bit further into it. So anybody that's new to this, I highly recommend labeling what all of you've taken out. Make sure you know where the cables are going. The best option you can do is take a picture with your phone, your camera, something, so that way you can go back to that and relocate where everything went. I've done so many of these, I'm not worried about that. Occasionally I do screw up anyway, but for the most part I've been pretty good about it. Now I'm going to start by pulling the cards out, pulling the RAM out. The RAM, even though that has been treated with a non-static treatment on the bristles, I'm still just going to wipe those down with a non-static cloth. That way you don't run the risk of damaging them. If I do, I got more. I'm not worried about it too much. The CPU fan, I will do something different with that one. You'll see how that works. The power supply, that one's a little bit different. I take that one outside and blow it out. There's so much dust in there, it's just better off to take it outside, blow all the dust outside. That's where it came from originally, right? Let's get started. Pull the graphics card out. Haven't even really looked at this one. I don't even know who made that graphics card. Oh, well, this is kind of cool. Vortex 2 Gold. Authentic. That's pretty cool. Well, let's see what that one sounds like. It's a 4-channel. This one's stuck in there a little bit. Good grief. There we go. I don't use network cards, but this one has a little 3-column in it. I really have no use for them right now. Someday perhaps I might set up a little network in my shed. I'm gonna have to do a video about that. I got a nice little shed set up for me to start doing more videos in. Still in the process of being built. These are the cables that you really want to remember where they go. You mislabel them, or you don't label them, you're trying to figure out where they go, that's going to be a problem. That was the external fan. That's your buttons for the front of the computer. Now it's going to be for the USB. This one is for your open case alarm. Kind of a joke. In an office setting, I could see why they would have that. There's another one of those fans that I'm just going to take outside and clean out. As you can see, how neglected this thing has been. I have another trick for cleaning those out too. Pull the RAM out. PC100, 64 megabytes, 2 of them. Slow RAM. And again, if you guys are doing this on a newer computer, it's going to look a little different. If I get enough requests, I'll do one on a newer machine. And the newer machines are not nearly as cluttered as these. So you got thinner cables running the serial ATA cable. They're a lot thinner. That was just held in by one screw. Whole 3.5 floppy, you can see how much dust is in there. This has just been neglected for so long. I've got dust falling everywhere. Epitome of dust bunnies. Again, what I like about this Rainbow unit is I can kick it on high, walk out of the room, it'll completely recirculate the air. It smells fresh. Just with the water running through it, you can smell the difference. Okay, let's turn this baby back on. the CPU here, or heatsink. It's been stuck on there for a while. This one's still got the factory stuff on the bottom. Their old version of thermal paste, if you will. It was just kind of a coating they put on there to help dissipate, and then also help level it out whenever it makes contact down here for some of the impurities. You can't really see that too well. Right there on the top of the die. It just kind of helps spread it around. Whenever you do run into that, and you do pull that off, make sure you have some thermal paste on you. It does not take very much, just a little dab there, and it just spreads out. I'm going to leave the processor in there for now. I will probably be upgrading this from a 733 to a 1000 megahertz. Just kind of get the most that I can out of this. You see, I still got some dust bunnies down in here in the RAM slots. I'll turn it back on and finish cleaning up the board a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to start with the cleaning of the cards. It doesn't take very much to clean those up. Get a little bit of a drink there. Okay, now to clean the cards, I'm going to start with the Vortex one here. That's cool. I've never had one of these. Something else, whenever you use those bristles, you don't want to push very hard on these and damage these caps. You just want to kind of lightly go around it. Just enough to get the dust off. That one was already tweaked. Yeah, that one was already tweaked whenever I pulled it out. Huh, that's kind of cool. Not really cool, kind of bad. You can see right here on the triode, we got two of them that are out there. Look over here, just barely connected in there. I don't know how well you guys can see it on the camera. If I have any issues with that, I'll have to resolder. It looks like it's connected though. They didn't seat that one all the way in. Got by quality control there. Now to continue with the rest of them. Now I'm not too worried about what's underneath the board. It's not a big deal to me right now. If you wanted to go deeper into it, you can, and pull the board out and clean underneath it. I'm not worried about that. I want to get most of the loose stuff out of here. Pull the hard drive out. Maybe. I think that one is double secured, yeah. So I'm going to have to pull the other cover off to reach that. You know what? He'll live. I don't want to go too far into this. Most of it's cleaned up anyway. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to start putting it, well, now I'm going to show you another trick here on some of these slots here. So you can take a piece of paper. While stuff is stiff, you don't want something that's flimsy and it's going to tear apart inside there. I'm going to have to cut that one down a little. Just clean piece of paper. All I'm going to do is fold it in half, about the right size. Trim it down a little. Just insert them in there. Make sure they're clean. Got a little bit of markings on there, not too bad. Do it again. Just want to make sure the contacts are clean. Don't want anything rough in there to damage them. Get a little bit more out of that one. Fold it back around, do these other ones. Trim that one down a little further. Now it's a little stiff. These are actually still pretty clean. So far, they're all looking good. Yep, those are all good. I'm gonna have to fold this one down to tiny. Smaller yet. That was good. That was good. I think they're all pretty good. Yep, they're all pretty clean. Okay, now I'm going to start putting the cards back in. Make sure they click into place. Graphics card. SP5200B. Let's pull up the system specs on that one. Probably just an old NVIDIA or something. Now let's go ahead and put the network card back in. That was a pain in the rear to pull out. Let's see if it goes in any easier. Not really. Go. Now for the cables, I'm just going to wipe those down with some disinfecting wipes. Let them dry a little bit. Just some regular disinfectant wipes. Just get everything off of there too. There you can see how bad that thing is. I do them off the camera so I'm not potentially dropping dust back into the board the system. Good grief, that one's even worse. Hard drive cable. Some of your cables are probably stuck together with zip ties. It's fine, you can cut the zip ties off. The only reason why they're there is to help cable management and with the system. Keep everything kind of nice and neat and organized. Like this one, had the zip tie on it, it was just rolled. The cable was just rolled up on it. Again, I'm not worried about that. That cable went to the hard drive anyway. Now the blue one is going to your motherboard. It's going to be the furthest distance apart from the other cable. The other cable here to the CD-ROM. Just tuck that one back in there. It went to the CD-ROM and the zip disk drive. Go. And like I said, I'm not going to hook the power supply up because I'm going to take it outside and clean it out. Just kind of tuck these out of the way a little bit. Floppy drive. I'm just going to wipe it, the top of it down with the disinfectant wipe. Show you how bad that was. It's the cloth I've been using for everything. Time to get a fresh one. Okay, now I'll put this back in. go. Yeah, a lot of these are already keyed to where they need to go. Some of your older ones don't have this marked, so you have to line up the red line with pin number 1, which is usually marked on the system board. Tuck those out of the way. Now to put the memory modules back in. Already cleaned those up. They're nice and clean now. I just use a non-static rag on those to wipe those down. You don't want any moisture on them. Just keep them nice and dry and clean. Put those back into where they came out. They just snap into place. Yeah, I could upgrade this thing a couple more megabytes, but I'm not going to right now. Now, to pull the power supply out, take it outside and clean it up. Alright, so I got it all put back together. I just got one more cooling fan to put in here. Battery died on me on this thing, so I lost the footage of me cleaning out the CPU fan. All I did is I pulled out these 4 screws to hold it in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull that fan off. I use a Q-tip to wipe the dust off of the blades. The top, you noticed it wasn't that dirty. The bottom is where all the dust is hiding. So I pulled that off, took the heat sink, ran underneath some hot water. The shower head works the best to get all the dust out of there. Let it dry out, air dry. Put it all back together, put it on. I did go ahead and swap out the CPU. I put the 1000 megahertz Pentium 3 processor in there. It should work. All the numbers cross over. Looks like this board will support it, no problem. I just got a few other things to hook up and I'm good. Alright, let's see how it does. We have power. So far so good. Well, everything's working good. Unless it just stalled on me. Nope, it's all working pretty good. So that concludes this video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to play around with this a little bit longer. Maybe I'll do another video on the game or something with it. Not sure yet. Thanks for watching.